it's time to get it lit. We got it hot like fever. I'm sick with the talk, the pass of your receiver. All about running the spot. And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather. Cardio kingpin. Subjugate the dub play. And you know we can't wait to bring spins. A-star quizzes, A+ the final. Vocals we align, we'll move it all simultaneously over joints and rock. We earn 30 years.
Okay, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is in uptown Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Atlanta Falcons and the Carolina Panthers. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go. Ready, blue 80. Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Switch. Check three.
They'll run here with a former Steeler. This is Le'Veon Bell. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Off the play fake, Winston. Throw left side complete. It's Bell. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
That play was well covered, just tried to check it down. Unfortunately, we're not able to find any yardage on that one.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8.
Everyone, we got 4 down. Let me go.
Play fake. Winston. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Bradley Chubb doing what he does best, getting that sack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now.
Go. Ready? Heavy on the edges.
Now a man who really stepped up last year. This is Matt Breida. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
Now a pass hauled in downfield, and he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Give him 32 on the play.
Now that one hurts defensively. They force him into 3rd and long, had the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Now their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3-and-out. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now Wentz again. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. And he'll get it down here to the 43. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. On second down, a run with Breida. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wentz. He is going to find Hill here. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 20-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
A first carry now for Rex Burkhead. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Akeem Hicks that time on the tackle.
2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Wentz. Looking in zone, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowler Tyreek Hill, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Throwing now is Wentz. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. Brandon Carr on the coverage there.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points.
At their own 26-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession. Let's see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now Bell takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
50 to Mike, 50 to Mike. And let's pin him in.
They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll try to throw now. Winston being chased out left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Bradley Chubb able to record his 5th sack of the season. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. 3-0 after one on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 14 upcoming. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Jameis to throw it. He's going to fire one deep over the middle, and that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Clinton Dix on the coverage.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Just like that.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. And he fires one that's intercepted. Then it's Clinton Dix with a pick. There he goes left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick six. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Graham Gano on for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it to the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. This is Bell. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Watch the screen.
They go play action. Winston. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Looks for Parker, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
The tackle is made by Micah Hyde.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19, and he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. Short throw, pick six right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Wentz. They'll roll him out right. He's got the hook up here on the comebacker. Complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Nice movement there by Carson Wentz outside of the pocket. Completes another pass. Help me out here, partner. He's not sneaky athletic. He is athletic. How many times do I have to say it?
Yeah, you've been making that declaration for a while. And at 6'5", he ran a 40 of 4.77. So not only big, but he can move.
That's a good time for a quarterback. He and Andrew Luck, similar physiques, similar athletic ability.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Wentz to throw again. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A gain there of 21 yards.
A gain of 21 yards. And a Falcon first down.
Here we go. 280! 82!
Throwing on first is Wentz. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Philip Dorsett with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say that great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than... And, oh, Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Darren Lee picks it.
That's good. 180. Mike by two. Flag. Switch. Check four. 61. Match box.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. That's pulled in by the rookie from Notre Dame, Miles Boykin. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. David Onyemata, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. To throw, it's Wentz. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Smith. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. This is Breida on the draw. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Wentz now to throw. On target over the middle to Hill. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Wentz now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Hill, the intended receiver once again. That'll bring up 2nd down. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. And this one is right down Broadway. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. So we have reached, there you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. All right, Coach. Number 3. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Wentz now on first down. Eluding the pressure right. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually, a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. To throw again on second down. Wentz. It's caught inside the 25. Over 30 yards there. And first downs on 3 consecutive plays now.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Working from the gun, Wentz. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons push further out in front. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Double tight, guys, double tight. 4 down, 4. Ready, go. 5.
Off of play action. Here's Smith. Steps away. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
Good. Waiting. It's our field. It's our field.
Now Wentz on the bootleg. Escaping the pressure right. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. It's John Simon with a sack. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Bell. Call it a 3-yard gain, and they're going to face a 3rd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. The veteran Eric Weddle there to break that one up. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
The left side, it's Dorsett. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people have to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
It's a big play there for Atlanta. 62 yards on the ground. On first and goal, they'll try the option left. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Carson Wentz keeping it himself from 7 yards out as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Offensively, pretty effective option play there for the score.
Certainly was, and it appeared to me that the defense overshifted and overplayed the trail back, the pitch man, and almost forgot about the quarterback. In fact, they did forget about the quarterback, and he turned it into a touchdown.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They'll go again with Bell. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 3 yards on the pickup there, and they've got it back to 3rd and 10.
Here we go. 15, Lonnie. 15 line. Let's go.
Out of the gun, Smith. And that is incomplete. Another wayward pass. Things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Carolina. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. On first down, here's Breida. Brandon Carr there to make the stop. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. A free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle?
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And off the crossbar, no good. A sensational effort from that distance, but rejected by the bar. And this score will stay right where it is.
Hey, D-line, let's get in
They're going to be stopped up on this first down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Give the tackle there to Danielle Hunter. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. After the run, Smith going to throw. He's going to let it fly. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball and pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short, that's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football.